The end of the world as we know it. That day when the ship hits the sand. Many things could trigger a total collapse of society. It escaped from a zoo or a lab. Maybe it was forced out of its natural habitat. It could have even come from another planet or dimension. No matter where the big guy came from, this is the Raging Judge Magnum.
Now listen up, house. Sometimes when you got a skinwalker in your house, sometimes you just gotta grab it by the cheeks and show it the thick 6-inch barrel of your raging Taurus judge while you're in a FEMA camp.
Greetings and salutations, Reddit. It is I, Austin, of the It's the Last Day of the Year. I think I'm just gonna be mean today channel. And today we're going to be talking about the same... Okay, look, I know. All right, I know. It's Rational Preps. Look, guys, this is the funniest video on his channel. It's the last one I'm going to do. But I'm really not convinced he's satire anymore, okay? Those hands look old. There's boomer phenotype in there somewhere. And today we're going to be talking about his video on the Apocalypse gun, the Undisputed Champion, and his reasonings for that. And his Skinwalker defense plan in the FEMA camps.
Travel, ammo scarcity, hunting, and exotic threats. This is the Raging Judge Magnum, a double-action revolver with a 6-inch barrel and an extra thick, extended 6-shot cylinder. When it hits soft tissue, it instantly expands to a horrifying 1 3/4 inches. It is utterly devastating. No other handgun round in the world expands anywhere near that big. Why is that important? In home defense, folks worry about overpenetration. This problem could be even more of a concern when you're living in tents.
You listen here. I will not hesitate to shoot through every FEMA tent if I must to defend my own life. When rule of law no longer applies, but I am still cucked by FEMA. Honestly, do you know how many FEMA tents you could shoot through with just a PSA AR-15? Like, why? What are we doing here?
You need to understand what really goes down in a gunfight. Real shooting incidents don't last long. New York City police records show that cops fire an average of just under 3 rounds per incident. For private citizens, that number drops to 2. And out of 484 incidents studied, only 3 involved reloading. That's less than 1%. There are 2 big takeaways here. 1, the first shots fired are the most important. And 2, high-capacity magazines are not a priority.
Now listen up, hoss. You're going to want to set yourself up in a real gunfight with every conceivable disadvantage.
I honestly believe you would be better off with a C96 and stripper clips. I'm not kidding. I think that would make more sense than whatever it is he's saying right now. I hope you got that fight or flight instinct on lock, brother, because if you miss those first 6 shots, son, you might be fucked.
You're smart, you're wondering about range and accuracy. Back to real gunfights. The New York City Police Department also kept records on engagement distances. 88% of gunfights and dog shootings occur at 21 feet or less. The FBI studied 601 cases where law officers were killed by guns. They found 95% of slangs occurred at 15 feet or less, and no officers were killed from more than 25 feet away. The big takeaway here is that for self-defense, accuracy at over 21 feet is not a priority.
Now that couldn't possibly be because, the average shooting probably when it comes to like a police officer is done during like traffic stops. I mean, we're talking about NYPD here, so you're in a concrete jungle, so there's really no open area to do anything. I think that's going to be a little different than like a shit hits the fan scenario. Like, are we talking about a mass displacement scenario, or are we talking about like a Tuesday in Detroit? Like, you gotta pick one. And I've genuinely never heard anyone bring up dog shootings before. Dog shootings! The more I listen, man, the more I just think he's being serious. He's at RK-111.
Apocalypse event, you may get separated from your stockpile of ammunition and be forced to scavenge or barter for ammo. Conventional wisdom says your apocalypse gun should fire the most common caliber cartridges, so you have a high likelihood of finding it if you need to. Here are America's most popular calibers ranked by sales revenue. You'll notice that 454 Casull, 45 Colt, and 410 Shotgun are not on the list. But the Raging Judge Magnum has a few tricks up its sleeve. These adapters fit into its extended cylinder and allow it to fire 9mm, 22, 380 APC, and even 38 specials. Now, it's not the same as a true barrel, but it definitely works.
Hold on there, House. I ran out of my 454 Casull because it is a really obscure caliber. Let me dig into my pockets and look for that 45 Long Colt sleeve. 1 minute, please. This is peak entertainment. The mental gymnastics going on right now is... It's beautiful.
Over time, ammo will be harder and harder to find, and its quality will degrade dramatically, both through age and shoddy reloading. This is where revolvers really shine, and semi-automatic pistols and rifles can become a big liability. First, revolvers capture all their brass, so it can be reloaded later if needed.
If you're cut off to your ammo supply, well, fear not. While 454 Casull is not very common, at least my revolver keeps the brass, so I can reload because I'll have access to my reloading equipment, but not my ammo supply.
The ammo, the Raging Judge offers one more unique advantage. Its extra thick high-pressure cylinder allows it to withstand the damage caused by botched reloads and compromised cartridges. Damage that destroys other weapons.
And it's interesting that he brings up, well, the semi-autos, if it has bad rounds, it'll explode, but the Taurus Judge can handle it. Just go on the Taurus forums, and you know what else doesn't exist in the apocalypse? Taurus's customer service. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little disappointed after going through the comments on the people that actually took this guy seriously. Yeah, I think my theory is he probably was taking it, like, he was being serious, and after the amount of people that were like, dude, you're satire, you're amazing, he was so saddened by it. If he wasn't like a psyop guy, he quit uploading because he would have just kept doing it otherwise. And he's too serious about other topics. I'm sorry. Like, look at the guy's hands. He's got like boomer stomach as well. I'm sorry. My money is he was serious the whole time, and he got embarrassed off the platform. That's my theory. That's gonna do it for me today, YouTube. This is Austin of the Vintage Warfare channel, and I will see you next year. Have a safe New Year's. If you're gonna drink, who am I to fucking question the Lord's work? You do you. But be careful. I will see you in the next one. Later!